screensaver.
Oh,
One of them.
That's him.
Yeah, and he pops up when I feel like I need to be protected. You know, you don't ever know when you need protection. Only God knows, and I think God gives him to me when I need him. But my dad was amazing, so I'll start off by saying that.
Wow. What was his name?
What's his name?
Irvin Everett.
Irvin Everett?
Powerful man.
2 E's?
2 E's?
What do you mean?
Irvin Everett?
No, I-E.
Oh, I-E.
I-E.
Oh, he spelled with an I.
He was an I. He was an Irvin with the I.
That's what's up.
A strong name.
Yeah.
Say his name again.
Irvin.
We try to do it 3 times.
Everett. You ready?
There you go.
Irvin Everett.
The light in her eyes when she speaks. That's how she be.
Irvin Everett. I miss him
Real
so
talk.
much. I miss him every day. He's not here with us, but he's an ancestor.
Same.
I miss him every day. But it's a blessing to have been. It's a blessing to have had him in my life for the length of time. You can't even be sad because God blessed me with him. Some people don't have daddies, right? So I'm thankful to have had him as a father.
I've been there.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I guess I can right now. It's my time to talk, right? But I mean, he is born in Brooklyn. You know, his family migrated to Queens. He went into the Air Force, but he was also like a state champion football player, all of the things. But he was actually a combat air traffic controller in the Air Force. And when he got out of the Air Force, he became a air traffic controller. So we look at all the planes, all the crashes, all of what's just going on. He'd have been talking about it, right? I guess God didn't want him to talk about it. I don't know. But he's speaking to me today. And it's a blessing. He was also a pilot, you know, a black man.
Right. Doesn't happen.
No, not normally.
Doesn't happen.
But my name is Chelsea Everett. I am thankful to be here. God has blessed me to have all of this time on this earth, 35 years. Thank you, Lord. Right? Just had a birthday. Just
happy birthday, Chelsea.
Period.
You already, let me see.
So you're a February baby.
February baby.
I'm an Aquarius. Let's be very clear. Because you know we're in Pisces season, but I'm an Aquarian. Let's be very clear.
My mother was Aquarius.
Period. The best woman there is out there.
My son Aquarius. He was February.
You gotta watch Pisces, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a different conversation.
I'm sorry. Repeat your name again, because the audience, we want to make sure we know
exactly
who I am. That's right. Chelsea Everett. Chelsea Soraya Everett is my full name.
Chelsea Everett, right? Named after her daddy, Irvin Everett.
There we go. There we go. My mom wanted like Irvina or something. He was like, no. He was like, nah. That's wild.
It's gonna deal with my legacy and
it's okay. No. Name her own identity. Exactly.
Gloria, no.
Well, go ahead and give us some stories.
How he influenced the business and things that you were into.
I'm gonna finish talking about me first, and then I'll go into. But I think from me, you'll understand who he is, right? Because I'm his legacy.
Right.
So I am a Spelman. These are my team. My teammates are leaving. I love y'all. Did y'all meet Nick? My friend Nick. Okay, cool. So my legacy is I'm a Columbia native, Columbia, Maryland. That's where I'm from. I don't say like, oh, I'm from Baltimore, I'm from Maryland, from DC. I'm from Columbia, Maryland. It's a utopian community if you're not familiar.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Columbia is one of those spots we ride by, we see the sign, because we're on our way to New York.
No, let me tell you about Columbia.
And it feels like
I'll put it on the map right quick.
Also, Columbia, one of them exits you don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Because you might get stuck. That's
the thing about it.
It's like River Brooks.
And you know what I mean?
No, let me tell you. It is actually the safe haven.
Right.
It was founded as the safe haven for interracial marriages in our country.
That's new.
So that was how it was.
No. What I mean is that
you're just learning it. Yeah. And actually, it's interesting. Wow. So the company I work for now, Accenture, my manager is the one who told me, and I grew up there, right? Like she told me after I graduated from college, like it was a safe haven for interracial marriages in the United States. It was one of those safe havens where people moved there so that their children would be okay. They would feel protected.
I would think Montgomery County, maybe.
No, Columbia, Maryland. Columbia. It is a safe haven. It was a safe haven. And I mean, I think it also is a bit of a utopia. But I'm thankful my parents had the foresight to move there even before I was thought of, right? So I grew up there and it was a blessing. I went on to Spelman College. You know, the number one HBCU. If
number
you didn't
one
know.
party chick
in the world.
Is it?
The world.
I don't even know. I was in my books.
I mean, good and bad hair. No one. You don't even know what that. Oh, you got
I lived on Parsons Street.
Oh,
right on the
you're
side.
familiar with Atlanta. I know Parsons Street. I spent nights.
Shouts out Magic City. I'm not gonna lie.
So you
Sorry, mommy.
Had great nights with
Sorry,
Magic
mommy. But I spent nights
had some
on
wings,
Parsons Street.
wings and things down at the city.
Mm-hmm.
I need 3,000 ones to the dance floor. But that's
as a matter of fact, I probably was in one of them houses that you probably spent the night in.
Probably that I need to own now.
Yeah,
make that
right.
money,
You know?
generational
Real,
wealth. Let's get that residual. Like let's just get that income.
And probably something honestly your pop put you onto was like, have something for put away for the future, for the
1,000%.
being able.
That's all he preached my whole life.
Go ahead, Chelsea.
My entire life.
What are you doing nowadays, and how did Pops, or what did he instill in you that is affecting you right now in your right now business?
Yeah, so I left Spelman, but while I was at Spelman, like I studied abroad in China.
Okay.
I was just super active. I interned on Capitol Hill for Congressman Sanford Bishop, a part of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. I was an intern there. Okay. Went on to intern with JP Morgan, but then thank God I stumbled on the consulting. Okay. And it's been an amazing experience. I'm currently supporting through my company. I work for Accenture, but we are supporting the Greater Washington Urban League. Okay. Very good. With their family rehousing stabilization program, as well as
rehousing stabilization program.
Period. We got to stabilize the family, right? Yeah. We got to help them, right? Yeah. As well as the CMAS.
Because we are under attack. Let's not. Let's not.
Oh, it's ruined. I'm not gonna say what's ruined, but it's ruined.
But it's already.
Yeah. It's ruined.
The spirit of the diaspora and the broken family is economically. I mean, you look at the percentage of Black folks or people of color. I'm Afro-Latino that will not get married, number one, which is a horrible statistic, right? Which will impact our our ability, sort of our personal GNP, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So really important work.
Yeah. So day to day, what are you all doing? Give us a synopsis of day to day work.
Let me tell you, our end goal is to support Black and Brown achieve not only sustainability in this country, right? But we need to acquire wealth, right? And that's a hard thing to hear as a Black person, because it's like we're so oppressed. We're so oppressed. We don't even understand how to do it. But that's what the Greater Washington Urban League is doing, right? They are supporting our people, that we are the fruits and the flowers. Like Ms. Corbin from the CFO, the CAO, right? She has explained it is the tree of life that we're trying to create and continue to create, because it's this generational thing, right? And I mean, I don't want to get too deep again, but
take it there.
The white person is trying to demoralize,
and
destabilize.
All right, well, let's go.
Not, okay, because
let's go here.
Okay,
we identify.
Yeah,
we're all from here.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Your daddy and his daddy and his daddy was from here, right?
Yes. Well, yes.
So now it was a time, way back where whether we ran from somewhere on war or got snatched up, but at least 8, 9 generations we've been here.
You're talking about the middle passage, though.
We call it, and a new phrase people been using is foundational Black America.
Yes,
and it kind of sums all of us up, because our history is so whacked out.
Yeah,
is that? But we know.
But why is it whacked out? Because who did it? Who whacked it out?
No, that's on purpose. Now, hold on. That was on purpose as well.
Oh, for sure.
That was on purpose as well.
1,000%.
Dane Calloway, who's actually from here, been doing extensive research on us the ones that got lost over here and the connections and the reason why they had to disconnect our brains from this soil because this is our soil.
Yes,
so,
this is.
so,
but we built this country.
Yeah,
Can we start there?
When you talk about Eurasia, you
my
talk about,
ancestors. I know my grandfather personally built Baltimore. He was a cement mason.
So be comfortable.
They were trying to also like not allow him to have a retirement.
Exactly.
But he built the city.
But
wow,
city.
wild.
Keys to the city. All
so
wild.
You can speak comfortably, openly at this moment because we're all foundational blacks from America.
Yeah.
You know, even that word, that term black, I had to learn a legal term and how they put it on us. You know what I mean? So even these terms that we use, we flip them so we identify, just like nigger, you know, goes all the way back, Negro or whatever, but that's part of our lineage.
Or to act niggardly, and people don't really realize that was a, you know.
Yeah. So be comfortable, but I want you to go there.
Oh, okay.
This is our podcast.
Go
this is us.
Just make sure I'm like alive. I want to live to 120. So let's just make sure that like nobody tries to take me out.
Yeah.
Okay, you sure? Okay.
Go there.
We can.
You are me.
We absolutely can because my father taught me these things.
Yeah, because
he held nothing back. He held nothing back.
Don't. We might need to hear that.
Oh, I'll take it back real quick. So graduated from Spelman, went on to become a consultant. Thankful that, you know, God has blessed me, right, to have a client like the Greater Washington Urban League because we're truly making a difference, right? We are making a difference in the lives of Black and Brown people. And that's a powerful thing to say that we're doing. My company, we consult for the Fortune 500, for the Global 25, right? But the Greater Washington Urban League is a very important client of us. And I'm thankful that we've been able to support them with, again, family rehousing stabilization, career maps, and the plan is to help modernize the whole organization eventually. Yeah. And so that's what I do day to day. I'm also a real estate agent, right? My mom, that's like a generational thing. You know, one of my parents' first dates was the real estate course. That was their date. You know, like they both, you know, had the knowledge, needed to build this, again, generational wealth. They own properties, property managers. And so my mom and I, we are real estate agents. And, you know, I'm also an investor. I flipped a house in Baltimore.
Wow.
And it's been a blessing, right? But I just want to teach others how to do those things. Wow. And my dad, my mom, they taught me how to do those things because there were dinner table conversations that we need to make sure that all, you know, African Americans are having at the dinner table. Right. How do we create wealth?
Correct.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, we were kidnapped from our habitat, right? Brought over on slave ships, thrown overboard, raped. Our eyes were burned out for trying to read, our hands cut off for trying to read. You know, we were demoralized. And if we think about if the roles were reversed, right? Like if January 6th had been a Black folk invading the Capitol, wouldn't it have been a bloody day? You tell me.
Oh, that'd have been a bloody day.
Would it have been a bloody day?
Been a
like your hat, which is red, it'd have been the Washington Capitals, it would have just, like, that color would have been all over.
Absolutely.
But we don't want to talk about that, you know?
Right.
You don't.
Right.
So those are the conversations that I've had in my household about just Blackness.
So one of the things, Chelsea, that comes up in my mind as I think about it, what's your thoughts on gentrification and the district itself? Because every time I ride into the district, if I take a couple of months away from it, I mean, I live in the Waldorf area, but I know the DMV, right? But 2-3 months off and come back in, and it's like, oh my God, they got a
dog park,
another dog park, another this, that, and the other. But now you've priced out from a minimum, you know, apartment, $3,000, $5,000. And still, the district has one of the highest rates of homelessness. I mean, since I was 8 years old, walking around here. What's your thoughts on gentrification? I mean, how do we combat that? Is it a global issue? Do we understand globally? You know what I mean? When you talk about wealth, you got to talk about gentrification, right? Or am I wrong? Am I tripping?
It's so funny you asked.
Please, Chelsea, bring it. Let's go. Go there.
I did my senior thesis at Spelman College on the.
I read it.
Did you?
You're
My
kidding
thesis?
me.
My thesis.
You were that, Chelsea?
Well, no. I don't think you read my senior thesis, but you might have. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. I'll make sure you.
One of those regrets, my dad told me to publish it. It was not published. But I did my senior thesis on the Atlanta Beltline and the socioeconomic impact that it would have on poor and senior residents in the city of Atlanta.
Right.
And it was incredible because at the end of the day, gentrification is good, right? I think it's a good thing overarchingly.
Right? Yeah.
Overarchingly, right? And Atlanta, I think at the time had things in place to support the people that it was going to impact negatively. Because my thesis was literally about the negative impact. That was what my thesis focused on. And there's things that like support, like property tax, right? That's one of the main, like a person who is on a fixed, but somebody told me recently, like everybody on fixed income, right? Not just
yes, ma'am.
That's a bar. Not just the, people who are on like actually retired income, but everybody's low key on a fixed income. But there are things that we can do to combat it. I do think that our communities as Black folks are depressed, and I think we need to identify as Black people a way to revitalize them, not allow white folk. And it's when you look at gentrification, it's a lot of like gay residents, right? Because they don't have children that would be that would be a part of the public school system. Mm-hmm. And then if you look at it, there's a lot of white people, right? White folks, they come into the neighborhood and they buy. It's cheap. Why not? I would do it too if I could afford it. And so I think that there's opportunities for us to fix those things. I think.
But how do we?
Y'all ain't leaving, are y'all? Okay, great. Get another drink.
How do we?
Scream, this is my team. They're helping to end homelessness. So go back to your second point. My team is supporting to end homelessness. That's our goal. To help the Greater Washington Urban League, overarching league. We have my team. Okay, there. Go. Okay, he said he from DC. He's trying to be a part of the podcast too. Okay.
But the idea is, but the idea is, in the long run, DC builds up instead of out, right? Mm-hmm. And so if they build up instead of out, where do we? I had this idea one time in college. I was like, how we could end homelessness?
Because I'm trying to. I will do it. I affirmatively tell you all. I love it. I will end homelessness. I live in LA right now.
Okay.
In LA, it's just so bad, right? Like DC, it's don't got shit on LA. I'm sorry, it doesn't have nothing on it.
San Francisco, the San Francisco area, and that's even worse. Like it's like
I don't know. I don't know. LA, I live in the thick California, of it. I live in the thick of it.
But let me run this past you then, Chelsea. And one of the things I threw out back in the day was, what do they do with all cruise ships that can no longer sort of go out, but they can remain at port? Why don't we bring those onto land and create apartments that way?
Or adaptive reuse. What are we doing with the office buildings that exist that no one is using?
Nobody uses it, but well.
And I see it every day in LA. That's just what I see
every day.
But I see yet outside of my
meeting in LA. I'm in the industry of writing and music and culture and interviewing and stuff. And people are like, "Well, meet me at my Subway office," and I'm like, "Subway? What are you talking about?" Why is everybody taking a meeting? But that's a different conversation.
It's a whole different conversation. It's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, so where are you right now in your mission, day to day with Greater Washington Urban League? I wanted to, if you can give us a little detail, like your day to day, because I see your team leaving, like what y'all was doing today. Y'all was together.
Obviously, it was a good time, but
and I was like, "Oh, we coming through." Yeah. Like, was it? This is called Business Wisdom Wednesday. Right. I said, let's get this wisdom, right? Let's help and let's add to the mission. Okay. So we are building dashboards, right? Data tells the story.
Dashboards?
Data dashboards. It tells the story. We're building out business processes. We've helped set up FRSP. We've done a lot of the family rehousing stabilization programs. We're doing a lot of work to support the overarching mission to help drive, honestly, insights to understand how we can improve all of the programs. How can we understand something like career maps? How, instead of having homelessness programs, we need to support and help people become career oriented and get into a career, right? Because how can you live in DC? How can you pay rent without having a career? Is it possible?
It is not.
Exactly. So how can we do that for this city? And then how can we use that and replicate it? How can we copy and paste it in LA, in San Francisco, in Portland, in Denver, and all of these Western cities where, I'm more so focused, right? That's where I live. So how can we solve it? This has been a 3-year journey so far. Wow. Yes, 3 years. And we're just at really an amazing space where like I said, I'm going to end homelessness. That's the goal.
That's right.
That is the goal. And we're going to do, and God is on our side. God is going to support his people. Who are we? The tribe of what? Judah? Yeah. Are we his chosen people or not? I know I am. I know I have faith that God is going to come in, because this, faith the size of a mustard seed will do what? Move mountains.
That's already happening. Like all this chaos, I'm at peace with even
we
more.
Always talk about the energy.
Such peace.
Right?
Even such peace.
The more the chaos, the more I say, let me
just be quiet.
Such peace.
Let me get my popcorn. I'm over here with popcorn and cocoa and stuff.
That's true.
We good. It's like a knowingness. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have food.
Oh, we will.
Shelter. We're good.
We will. Because he will provide.
Exactly. I'm sure about that.
I listened to a sermon, and my bishop at my church basically said that there'll be a time where we have no food. We pray, and when we open our eyes, the food will be there. Yeah. And I believe I know it. Yeah. I know it to be true.
I agree. That's part of your team.
Another team member.
Bang. They just going to get more drinks. You get more drinks. Okay, good.
Work hard, play hard.
Play hard. They work hard.
They work hard.
Yes.
They look like it.
So as we moving forward, we doing this bi-weekly, as well as the people that we interview. We actually follow up. Like, we're gonna come where y'all at.
Please.
We like to visit office or your business.
Please.
Or
come see the work.
Love it.
Oh, you said, let's come see what you're doing.
Please.
You know what I mean?
Now I have to read it, Chelsea. I've got to find it. Yeah. I will.
I'll my thesis.
So,
I'll send it to you.
Oh, so give us
give my info.
Give us a way that we can get in touch with whatever you all are doing, your handles, your links or whatever, how the audience can tune in.
So my personal Instagram is at Chelsea Lately. So it's CHELS LATELY _TCG. But honestly, you can just reach out to me, y'all. Yeah. My email is Chelsea.Everett. Not the proper way to spell Chelsea. CHELSEA.
Okay.
Everett.
Okay.
EVERETT
at
gmail.com.
At Gmail.
Hit me up.
Hit you up.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to discuss the revolution. I'm just trying to discuss the civil war that's brewing. No, that's what I'm like. Like, if we're gonna have a conversation, that's what I'm trying to talk about.
It's mental, isn't it?
Tell us about that.
We are W.E.B. I am W.E.B. Du Bois' talented 10th. I'm trying to educate the masses and take it back so that folks can understand what's going on and how we can. I'm not gonna say. I'm still worried of saying too much, but there is a lot that we need to be doing, and we need a leader. But the leader has to be willing to die.
You know what, Chelsea?
To be a martyr.
And you've been from...
To be the leader?
They gotta be a martyr.
And you've been from...
No.
So you've been from Spelman? Mm-hmm. It takes me... I have a split... Mm-hmm. I got a split... I'm trying to find the right...
Just say it. I know where you go. Just say it. Don't.
Okay. I meet a lot of revolutionary. Okay. When I say down to earth.
Okay.
Spelman. Yeah. And then I meet a lot of conservative. Okay. Like White House. Yeah. Field niggas.
The revolution let me go will not be televised.
I meet a lot of field. I meet a lot of field niggas. And I met a lot of field niggas and I met a lot of house niggas at Spillman. Oh, like it's like half and half. And I'm talking about like
I had the dorm.
Now this was a long time ago. But that feeling when I, out in public, I was like, oh, she went to Spillman, or she has that uppity. Oh, she has that woke Spillman, but it's because y'all have such a powerful. Woke. Y'all was such a powerful. Y'all breeded a lot of powerful women thinkers. I don't care on both sides, because both sides are right and both sides are wrong.
And the thing is, not only
I'm in the house. I'm not going inside, and I'm not.
Not only do we breed the women thinkers, we breed the doctors of today, the lawyers of today. No, but I'm just saying, like, to be intelligent, we need to expand life. Why are we only living to 60 and 30? My homeboy just passed. He went to more house. I'm sad. Yeah, I'm still sad.
In his 30s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's the stress and the trauma, honestly, of it. Let me stop for a second. Yeah. The trauma of being a black man or black or Latino, Afro-Latino man in this country is a lot. And we continue to keep going when we have a headache. We continue to keep going when our stomach hurts. I have a partner who is literally battling prostate cancer and just had his appendix removed. But had he not, he was thinking like, my stomach hurt. It's a Thursday poop. I'm good. Then he was like, no, I need to go to emergency room. Immediate surgery. But you're already battling prostates.
And then we also need to learn how to channel God more, because he speaks to us.
Oh, spirit, right.
He tells us what to do. He tells us how to move. And it's up to us to listen.
You think that's been part of our challenge?
Oh, yes.
Not connected.
How did Harriet escape the hundreds of slaves to freedom without God? How?
And at the same time,
she was clear-minded. She was taking stars and looking at the North Star. I mean, that is nothing but God, but you have to be clear-minded to do that.
And she had to leave some behind.
Oh, you got
she
to.
She didn't want to.
I agree.
But had to. And some of them still here in Maryland, but that's a different conversation.
I'm screaming.
Yeah.
So, to keep with this revolutionary mindset, this woke mindset.
Because I hope that's what we all have. That's what we all need, especially in this day and age.
Yeah. So what do you like on day-to-day basis with the our families and the family homes, because that's very important. What else do you have for the audience? Like, what do we need to be thinking about, or give us some thought to go with into the next episode? But give us some thought, some woke thought to go with, moving forward, especially in your space right now. You're dealing with housing, you're dealing with saving Black families.
Homelessness, right? Housing, affordable housing.
Okay.
What do we need to do?
What do we need to do?
As a unit, how? Individually, or just looking for clarification from your question?
What do we need to do as a community? Because individually, what we're doing ain't working because we all messed up. So,
and to that point,
what do we do as a community?
To that point too, take affordable housing is just another catchphrase. It's another thing thrown out there, right? For me, I'm 48. I'm close to 50. There will be no Social Security. China wants their money back. What is alternative spending? What's alternative leases on life? Number one. How do we get out of this whole catchphrase conversation and, to your point, get to the work that needs to be done? What's your thoughts on that, Chelsea?
I think overarchingly, we need a leader. Again, I'm a bit of a
when you say
revolutionary.
A lot of people say we don't need a leader. Well, they keep getting killed. A lot of people say
we are the leaders.
Like what? Like what do you mean? Like
and what progress have we seen? No, but I'm asking from not having a leader for all of these years, what progress have we seen in the Black community?
I can't think enough.
Yeah, me either. So, like I said, we need a leader.
Okay.
Right? If we look at the civil rights movement, right? If we look at, honestly, prohibition, like if we look at all of these things that have happened, what was the forefront to help push it forward?
Yeah.
What happened?
There was a figure.
So
the leaders got knocked off or discredited.
And like I said, you have to be willing to die.
But
because what is freedom? What does freedom come with?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't. Even you got to kill to be killed.
But my homeboy died.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm sure he would have rather died being the leader going out than died,
So what was
in
he
his
doing?
sleep. Huh?
What was he doing?
What was he into?
He went to Morehouse. He went to Morehouse.
Morehouse, man.
He was a revolutionary in
That's
his
what
own
I'm saying.
right.
What was he doing? What was he pushing?
Man.
You thinking like what
Intelligence. He was an intellect.
Okay. So to that point,
he was an intellect. Now I don't know if he was I'm not saying he wasn't a leader, right? But he was an intellectual. But like, we need someone who is charismatic, right? Who can attract all of the people, right? All of the people. What did Malcolm have? Right, that we haven't seen. What did Martin have that we haven't seen? What did Medgar have that we haven't seen? And that's my point. We need a leader.
We're getting snubbed out. They're finding us before we even reach out. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. Before we even get to that.
Say,
let me share a few facts.
Go ahead.
The thing I'm holding in my phone can be powerful in the devil. You don't think they're listening?
Oh yeah,
every day. So they're listening to us. They're listening to this conversation.
I'm gonna tell you firsthand.
We have to be careful.
I agree.
I know firsthand.
I agree.
But we got friends on all sides. I have friends in the Monster Codex. I got FBI friends. I got, you know what I'm saying? Being able to maneuver in that particular piece. Yeah. It is.
Put your
I'm sorry. Being able to maneuver in that piece from the streets to the boardroom. That's what our magazine was about. But it was about affiliation. It was about personality. And it's about culture and music.
Yeah.
Chelsea, how we gonna find that leader?
Yeah.
I don't think it's about finding the leader. I think it's creating a protective space where the leader feels like they can emerge, and then people being behind the leader, right? But there's not just one leader. There's going to be a lot of them, be more than right? There's going to be a lot of them because I feel something's brewing.
So you think they
I know
2025
something is brewing.
It is.
And I know my friends, and I know how they're preparing for the brew.
It is.
I know how my friends are preparing for the brew. But
it's
then
gotta be
again,
360.
But I had a conversation with a friend, and he said, "You're speaking of the Black elite. They're woke. They know what's happening. My friends have land.
Yeah.
They have ammunition.
Yeah.
They have farms.
Yeah.
Right? They have chickens.
Have consciousness, I'm sure.
They have food that they can grow on their own. There's a lot that we need to do.
I know a few.
But it's also up to us to trickle down this information to all.
Exactly.
But then it's like also to get them to believe us and to trust us and to implement all of these things that need to happen very soon. Yeah. Because we built this country.
Right. That's why it's gonna be so
built this country.
Look, even
who built the White House?
We did.
Who built the State House? Who built the Capitol building?
Who built the Treasury building?
Who generated wealth?
Yeah.
Have y'all been in Charleston, South Carolina?
Yes.
No, I haven't been there.
Charleston was a major port too.
Oh, that is how they have their money because of the slave trade, right? Man. I mean, when you discuss Charleston's wealth, if you talk about Charleston's wealth, and you talk about the Geechee people, and what was done to us, and the trading that occurred, and the wealth that was created because of them.
There's a recent article and some recent stuff about the Eurasian community who's making the point that white supremacy and privilege was all built on the back of. I mean, it's not a new phenomenon, but
everything was built on the back of
black. Yeah. So, not to get too deep, but I know that we're getting towards the end.
We're about to go there again. Our next episode, we're going to find.
Just call
me. Awesome.
No, we're going to find Chelsea.
Awesome.
Don't get me killed, y'all.
Nah, we're going to your office to find out. We want to come to your y'all.
Right, we want to come out there and take a meeting at some
place.
Or the movies.
I appreciate you coming, really sharing your daddy's story, leading us all the way up to you being.
And I brought an international team together for us to support the Greater Washington Urban League.
That's big. Right. That's big. So we definitely gonna be following up.
Okay.
we definitely following up.
Please, this was fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because we're a traveling podcast.
Period.
So
come see me.
We may bring a friend,
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come see
Lauren
come
Hill
see
or somebody.
Me.
Why not?
Come see me.
Yeah, let's do it. Chelsea, thank you.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah.